This program is brought to you by cable franchise fees and generous donations from viewers like you.
Hello and welcome to the Amherst Weekly Report from Amherst Media. I'm Asia Reed.
And I'm Abby Gracie. This week, Amherst Districting Advisory Board, the DAB, met on September 21st to discuss the impending updates to the town's current voting precinct and district maps. The DAB is seeking public feedback on the two drafted precinct and district maps it has prepared in order to reflect the 2020 U.S. Census population data. The final map must meet specific requirements that include a maximum population of 4,000 people to a precinct, as required under state law. Amherst Home Rule Charter voting districts additionally state, quote, "To the extent possible, cluster together centers of common interest or neighborhoods, considering, but not limited to, places where people live, congregate, recreate, worship, shop, and learn," end quote. The board has been meeting weekly since August to discuss the changes. Maps are available for viewing at the town clerk's office and in the DAB's meeting packets online. You can provide feedback during the public comment period at a districting advisory board meeting or by emailing townclerk@amherstma.gov with the subject line DAB. All feedback must be submitted by October 5th.
The Amherst-Pelham Regional School District Committee discussed the COVID vaccine mandate for students and staff during a meeting last Thursday night. The committee met due to the Amherst Board of Health making the unanimous decision to add the COVID-19 vaccination to the immunization records for their public schools district. The latest data from Massachusetts indicates that 85% of students ages 12 to 15 in the Amherst-Pelham region are fully vaccinated. Superintendent of Amherst Public Schools, Michael Morris, said, quote, "I have heard positive feedback from stakeholders connected to ARPS. I've received some negative feedback, primarily from people without a child in our schools and non-staff members living in other communities," end quote. Religious and medical exemptions are allowed for students regarding the vaccine mandate. The Amherst-Pelham Regional School District will be one of the first in Massachusetts to mandate the COVID vaccination for students and staff. The district committee is waiting for the final approval of the policy from the Board of Health. The committee met Tuesday night to discuss when the vaccine mandate will be implemented in the Amherst-Pelham schools. Details regarding their decision are yet to be released. Members of the school say that the sooner students and staff are vaccinated, the better. Many towns in Massachusetts, including Boston and Lexington, have already put into place similar guidelines regarding the vaccination policy.
The UMass men's hockey team will kick off their 2021 season this Saturday at the Mullins Arena against Minnesota State. To honor the team's big national championship win last year, a banner-raising ceremony will take place at around 7 p.m. Doors are scheduled to open 30 minutes earlier than usual, at 6, and the game is set to begin at 7:30. Upon entry, guests 12 and older will be expected to provide proof of vaccination or a negative COVID-19 test result within 72 hours of the event date. The two teams will face off again on Sunday at 4 p.m., and that game will be televised through the New England Sports Network on NESN+. 15 Massachusetts hockey games will be broadcasted throughout New England during the 2021 to 2022 season.
Last Friday, September 24th, from 4 to 5 p.m., Amherst held its first celebration to honor Pakistan in India's 75th Independence Day from England. It was made possible by Town Councillor Shalini Balmilne and her resident sponsors, Alina Durrani, Dr. Abreem Bawa, and Dr. Sanjay Nawaka. The hour was packed with Indian and Pakistani culture. The Indian national anthem was sung, and the Pakistani national anthem was played on a trumpet. The Indian flag was risen. There was a Pakistani culture presentation in Sufi poetry by Durrani. There was also a Pakistani love song and multiple Indian classical dances performed. There was also henna offered. We talked to the event's organizers about what the celebration meant to them.
So just moving forward, I think it took me many years to realize that I don't have to give up my culture and be less of me. And it's really, I could be bringing all of me and finding ways to integrate authentically. So I think it was really beautiful to see how young kids spoke proudly about their country, or seeing them bring their dance and to, you know, and for all of that to be enjoyed by the larger, it wasn't just a Pakistani Indian group of people, to see that it was supported by the town council. It was so many residents came, our town manager and staff were, you know, everyone was really supportive of the raising of flags and everything. So that was really heartwarming.
Anytime there is a lot of happiness, a lot of love created in such events, which is, I think, the purpose of doing them, it just brings people together. And joy is such an energy that there is no caste or religion to joy. You know, joy is just joy.
So I'm a graduate student at UMass and I'm from Pakistan. The first response for me to the celebration was like, I was like, should we? Because India and Pakistan have this long political, situation going on, and it's in the media too. And then when you're from there, you see it firsthand, and then you grow up with this entire notion of an enemy state of sort. I don't like saying that, but that's how we grow up. When Shalini reached out, I was like, okay, maybe this is an opportunity to change the narrative in a small way, because Amherst has so many grad students from South Asia.
This is very personal to me because my husband is an Indian.
And Ambreen's from Pakistan.
Oh, wow.
So I feel like I have the unique opportunity to kind of listen to both sides and to kind of be aware of legit grievances on both sides. But at the end of the day, also realizing that people are people on both sides.
Councillor Ball-Milne plans on making the celebration an annual one, but next year will include more involvement with the town, including Amherst Cinema.
On September 22nd, Massachusetts State Representative Maria Robinson was nominated to serve in the Biden administration's Department of Energy. Robinson, who represents the 6th Middlesex District, was announced as the nominee for the Assistant Secretary position in the Office of Electricity. Robinson was elected to the Massachusetts House of Representatives as its first Korean-American legislator in 2018, and currently leads the House of Representatives Clean Energy Caucus. She additionally serves on the board of the National Caucus of Environmental Legislators and is on the advisory committee for the U.S. EPA Clean Air Act. After the announcement, Robinson tweeted, quote, "To have the opportunity to serve my country using my background in energy policy is a dream come true, as is serving under Secretary Granholm, a leader I have long admired for her smarts and bravery," end quote.
The Big E is in town. It began its yearly West Springfield appearance on September 17th and is here until this Sunday, October 3rd. Tickets are $15 for adults and $10 for children. Once you enter, you'll be met with an unlimited amount of food options, including fried everything, fun alcoholic beverages for our 21+ viewers, and every sweet treat you can think of. And of course, there are plenty of rides to make your head spin and games to potentially win cool stuffed animals. There's a variety of shopping and different shows to make the Big E an all-day family event. They also offer concerts at a separate price. Well-known artists such as Flo Rida, Pat Benatar, and the Goo Goo Dolls have made and will make their appearance. Only 3 more days till it's gone, so go while you can. Have you gone to the Big E yet this year?
I went last weekend and tried the pumpkin beer, which wasn't for me, but the mini donuts are definitely worth the try.
I think I'll have to go just to try those donuts.
Thank you for tuning in to the Amherst Weekly Report with Amherst Media. I'm Abby Gracie.
And I'm Asia Reed. We'll see you again at the same time next week.